Sound the horns and cue the funeral march, folks. We've got ourselves a real doozy today. Pontiac, the muscle-bound maverick of America's motorways, the chrome-clad cruiser that once ruled the roads with a rebel's grin, has driven off into the great garage in the sky. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Pontiac is kaput, finished, donezo. But how and when, you ask? How does a brand with gas in its veins and fire in its pistons end up stalling out on the shoulder of history? Let's take a joyride down memory lane and find out, shall we? Picture it, 1926. Flappers were flappin', jazz was jumpin', and the Pontiac brand was born under the grand umbrella of General Motors. Bless their brass-trimmed hearts. It was named after the great Chief Pontiac himself, a name that demanded respect, speed, and style. Pontiac wasn't just another car. It was a statement. A car for the young fella who wanted a little more zip than a Chevy, but didn't have the cabbage for a Cadillac. It rolled onto the scene like a brass band at a speakeasy, loud, bold, and impossible to ignore. By 1935, Pontiac was hitting the gas with the first six-cylinder car priced under $600. That, my friends, was a steal in the throes of the Great Depression. The people couldn't get enough. The assembly lines were humming, the salesmen were smiling, and the rubber was hitting the road. Now fasten your seatbelts, 'cause we're jumping to the 1960s, the golden age of growling engines and greased-up glory. Pontiac owned the decade with the mighty GTO, a beast of a machine that practically invented the muscle car. They called it the GOAT, and it ate Mustangs for breakfast. It was brash, it was bad, and boy did it sell. Teenagers dreamed of it. Dads pretended they didn't want it. And the cops? Well, they just tried to catch it. And then came the Firebird, flaming down the highway like it just escaped Hades. A car so cool it made your ice cream melt in the glove box. And when they slapped on that gold Trans Am decal, you knew it wasn't just a car. It was a statement. Burt Reynolds made it a star in Smokey and the Bandit. And Pontiac? Pontiac made it a legend. But oh, dear listeners, the road ain't always straight, and the curves weren't kind. By the 1980s and 90s, the swagger started to sputter. Designs got clunky, names got duller, and Pontiac? She lost her edge. No more risks, no more rebellion. Just a blur in the GM showroom, squeezed between Chevy's sales and Buick's boredom. And then came the crash. 2008. The economy was in the dumps, Wall Street was weepin', and General Motors was gasping for air. Bankruptcy loomed like a black cloud, and the government swooped in with a bailout, but not without demanding some tough cuts. It was the end of the road. The final nail in the coffin came in 2010, when the last Pontiac, a plain old white G6, rolled off the line. No confetti, no parade. Just a quiet whisper for a once mighty roar. But don't hang up your hat just yet, folks, because Pontiac ain't really gone. Not if you ask the fans. Every time a GTO fires up at a car show or a Trans Am burns rubber at a stoplight, Pontiac lives again. Collectors polish them like holy relics. Gearheads rebuild them with love. And the rest of us? We remember. We remember a time when cars had soul, when the gas pedal meant freedom, when a roaring V8 was a symphony, and a split grille meant you drove something special. So here's to Pontiac, the outlaw of the interstate, the heartbeat of horsepower, the daredevil in a denim jacket. From the streets of Detroit to the drag strips of Daytona, you left your tread marks on history. This has been the Ragtime Reporter saluting the ghost of American muscle. Keep your oil clean, your engines mean, and your memories burn in rubber. Pontiac forever.